Welcome back to the Red Wings Report with Strings and Pucks. This is Jeremy Laura. Incredible. Detroit gets another win, their third straight. They're 3-1-0 to start the year with an opening stretch of 6 games that many thought were just going to be a massive test for this team out of the gate. So if you hadn't seen basically the first 6 games Detroit plays, all teams that saw the postseason, Montreal, Detroit loses. Then they beat Toronto back-to-back. Now they've got Florida. I'd said early on over at Hockey Hot Stove, there's a link in the description, that they needed to go 500 in these first 6 games, 3-3, or at least the points equivalent, to get a good start. They're going to face Tampa Bay and Edmonton, but they've already banked those 3 wins, those 6 points, which are incredibly important because all the points they've banked so far are in the Atlantic Division. So these games are kind of what they used to call the 4-point games, because you're moving ahead while the team you're playing, they can't do anything. They're losing that night. So what are we seeing? First, you can't say enough about Cam Talbot. Another night, he stops 20 of 21, and he ends up with a .952 save percentage. He had a .950 against Toronto, and that felt like highway robbery. .952, he's even sharper tonight, and I don't know how you pull him now when you're heading into Tampa Bay, but Gibson needs to get back in the net. He needs to shake off the rust. The Cam Talbot has absolutely helped Detroit through this stretch, but tonight was a much, much better game played by Detroit. But Talbot stood tall, gave them everything they needed, stopping 20 of 21. So let's talk about the surprise in the room, Mason Appleton. No one I talked to had him leading the team at any point this season in goals. We're only 4 games in, but he's got 3 goals to lead the team. So Lucas Raymond goes down in the last game against Toronto. Appleton comes in. He gets a falling goal. It's the game winner. Today, he comes in. He opens up the scoring, and it's another falling goal. It takes the pass from Larkin. Falling shot, scores. Appleton has clicked with Larkin when there were a lot of nerves about what was happening with Raymond. It looks like Raymond's just day-to-day, so there's good news there. But really good news that Appleton seems to be clicking early on. Really impressive play from him. Patrick Kane, he now has 5 points. He's got 2 goals and 3 assists. Alex DeBrincat, 6 assists in 4 games. Dylan Larkin scores another goal. But honestly, Mason Appleton has stepped up and is shining for Detroit. This is honestly really unexpected, is when I was looking at the wingers that Detroit brought in, Appleton seemed like he's going to be your third line guy. He's going to kill penalties, chip in some goals here and there. He's gotten this opportunity because Raymond is injured. He and Emmett Finney are on Larkin's wings, and that's not a combination that was on anybody's bingo cards, especially toward the beginning of the summer. So Appleton steps in. He has a couple of big goals for the team, big goals for himself. Finney's getting more confident, but Alex DeBrincat somehow quietly has 6 points in 4 games. And Cam Talbot absolutely stepped in, stepped up. Maybe all the buzz about Gibson has motivated Talbot. I don't know what's going on, but 2 games in a row where he has a .950 or better save percentage. And literally the game against Toronto, he stole that game for Detroit. They just didn't have their legs. Tonight, much better team game. But Florida, who has had a really good start, they were shut down. Only Brad Marchand broke through, and Talbot gave Detroit everything that they needed. 2 late empty net goals, of course, Appleton and Rasmussen. But a good victory. So I need to know from you in the comments, does this surprise you? Talbot and Appleton are the players that are going to be in front of the mics tonight. Did any of you have that on your bingo card? Did you have Appleton at 3 goals in 4 games, working his way up to be on Larkin's wing because of an injury to Raymond? And Finney, again, still working hard. To me, it seems like the kids have solidified their place on the team, and it's the veterans who are going to have to worry about being scratched or waived, come what may. But you can't say enough good things about Appleton in these last 2 games, how he filled a void that was a very, very scary proposition of Lucas Raymond going down. But they're getting what they need when they need it, and Cam Talbot's been absolutely huge. I want to thank everybody who's tuned into the channel and subscribed. We're just at about 500. The hope is to get this channel to 1,000 before the end of the season. Thank you for tuning in. Please head over to Hockey Hot Stove. Check out the write-ups there, and I'll talk to you again soon.